What's up, Binksters? I know it's been so long since we've seen you and we've missed you, but let me tell you why it's been so long since we dropped a video. Intro. So those of you that have been following us since the beginning know that we were on the track of buying a tiny house. During that journey, we took another route and went towards a Skoolie tiny house that was built on HGTV, and then we bought it off the original builders, and we have renovated almost the entire inside. And that right there is why we have not been on YouTube in so long, because we've been putting all of our time and effort and money into renovating this Skoolie bus.
It was quite a big project, and we thought it could take like, what, 3 months we'd be on the road. 9 months later, we don't have solar or water tanks on yet, so.
Still a work in progress, but everybody's been wanting to see a tour of it, so we're like, let's just hop back in to YouTube and give them a nice tour of this bus. So that's what we're gonna do.
Alright, let's start here in the living room. So the changes that we've made was we added this shelf here so we could put succulents on them, and then a shoe cubby below that for us to put our shoes out of the walkway when we come in. Then when we bought this, this was all pink, like Pepto-Bismol pink, and we added some cushions and changed it to gray. Alright, and this is the last thing we added to the couch, was storage underneath. When we bought this, there was no way to access all the storage room under here. And also, this couch flips out into, we could put a bed on top of it. One of my clients actually gave us a kitchen cabinet, and Joel turned it into a shelf. And we custom made it to the boxes and all the storage needs we had. And it's like mounted to the wall, so when we travel, it's not gonna come off. Eventually we'll be adding a little dining room table and also a work table here in front of the windows, and we have those beautiful views. We can just pop up the table, bring our chairs over, and work from that gorgeous view. Also, back here behind the air conditioning, it was pretty much like fenced off. You couldn't get back there to all that storage. And so we took that down. We still have to build cabinet faces for it, but we have all of our blankets and extra pillows in case somebody comes over, and we fold that out to a bed. So we just gotta build cabinet faces for it. But yeah, we have all that storage room back there now. Last note is picking this color took 6 months. I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to choose a paint color before, and in your head it looks one way and you get it into your space and it looks completely different. It was like, what, 60 paint samples, and 6 months later we finally ended on a color we both love.
Next thing we did was the walls. So when we moved in, there was just plywood on the walls. Where the plywood met, you could see the cracks and the creases breaking through the paint. The windows were not framed out, and so there was insulation coming through the walls and the windows. And so I immediately took care of that by putting up this shiplap, which a cheap way to do that is get 1/4-inch plywood, use it on a table saw, slice it into shiplap layers, and then glue it and nail it up on the wall. So that's what we did, went to for that farmhouse feel. And then I also had to frame out these windows, which actually took a lot of work because, let's be honest, in a Skoolie, nothing is straight. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is the kitchen, which was the craziest project that we did in this whole bus. But originally when we bought it from the people that built it on HGTV, they more built it just to park it. And so there was floating shelves here, so when we got in, we didn't have a place to put any of our dishes or anything because there wasn't much space on the shelves. So one of the first things I did was I built these upper cabinets from scratch just to fit this space right here. And then I built this upper cabinet right here above the coffee bar. And redid the doors on the bottom to match. Also, this countertop was just like this one. Well, they were both just plywood and sticker on top, and so that started to peel off, and so we were like, we need to redo our entire countertop. So I got a dark countertop for the coffee bar, and then we decided to put a light one on the kitchen. So any of you that watched this bus be built originally on HGTV, you'll remember that there was a wall right here, and then there was an RV fridge in the wall. Now, we didn't want an RV fridge just because they're super small, and this one was very energy efficient, so we decided to go with a bigger fridge. And in order to get the RV fridge out, we had to take this wall down, which brought down ceiling panels, and so it was a lot of work, but definitely worth it. So we put this new fridge in, and that left us some space in between the stove and fridge, so we went ahead and installed a spice rack in place of it. Also, there was no drawers in the kitchen, so one big thing I had to change was the entire bottom cabinets. So I installed these drawers and redid the cabinet doors to match the rest of the kitchen.
All right, and next we're gonna talk about the bathroom. First, we'll start with this beautiful barn door. It was custom made by Joel, and as it normally goes, I'm on Pinterest, I'm scrolling, I see a beautiful pattern for a barn door. I'm like, hey babe, make this. He's like, sure, I can do that. It took 40 hours. So if you like the herringbone pattern, don't do it. I mean, it's beautiful, we love it, but 40 hours of work, that's a lot. So, moving on into the bathroom, when we moved in here, the sink wasn't really connected before we bought it. Like, they connected it right as we bought it. And there was no upper storage. There was no storage in the bathroom whatsoever. Everything you see storage-wise, we built. We put the subway tile around, we put the borders on, and we are thinking about possibly doing a tub. I'm hoping I convince the hubs. But yeah, that's our bathroom. So we have a lot more storage now, and we each have our own shelf next to the sink.
All right, moving on to the bedroom. First, we'll start with the closet. So originally this was just left open, no doors or anything, and it just didn't look very good. So I decided to build some more cabinet doors to match what I've built in the rest of the bus. So that's what you see right here. And all of our clothes are inside this. And moving on to the bedroom, as you can see, it's very high. So the bedroom is the one thing that we haven't really changed much at all. What we're going to do though is we're going to flip the bed sideways and push it all the way against the wall. That way you'll have at least 3 or 4 feet of space you can walk into the room with instead of just hitting the bed immediately. And then also we're going to build storage underneath. Right now they have it set up to where you can scoot around each side, and you'll have shelving units to put your shoes and stuff down there, which is nice. However, it's very tight and claustrophobic and not really what we want. Last but not least, we're going to be putting a skylight right here that you can open up, and then once you get up on top of the roof, we're going to have a deck up there that we can lounge at, put up our hammocks, whatever, you know, it's going to be awesome. And then the rest of the roof will be covered in solar panels.
Also, update for those of you who followed us, from the beginning, we had a cat, Tahiti, and our bus doors, we had original bus doors, and we were going to put a real door on, but we hadn't got to it yet. After 6 months of living in it, the day after Christmas, she figured out how to open the doors. She got out, a dog got to her first, it was really tragic. But now we have Monty. He's super cute, he's another rescue. He's like 9 months now, so he's probably gonna be a big boy. He's super fluffy. Yep. Yeah, so we have a new cat.
All right, so in the next couple weeks, me and my wife are taking our bus up to Ocala, Florida, and we're gonna team up with my friend, and he's gonna help us install our solar. Once that's done, we're heading up to a tiny house show in Atlanta, and then once we're done there, gonna keep heading north, see my family, and then head west.
Whoop whoop, can't wait.
So I hope you enjoyed the bus tour. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell button. Also follow us on our Instagram, TikTok, whatever else we're on, just follow us so you can see what it's like to live in a school bus and go where you want to go, see what you want to see, and have lots of time as a family. And that's what we're all about. So
also, tell us if you've been to different locations, especially out west. Tell us your favorites, because we've never been and we're really excited. So give us some suggestions.
Absolutely. Never been out west. It's all new to us. So if you got any great places you would love to go see, or you think we would like to see, waterfalls, anything, we're open to, and we would want to go see it all. So let us know. Say bye, Monty.
Aww.